Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. What do these two examples have to do with you and the fact that you either can stay stuck and struggling or you can step up to your next level of success? First example is going to be how a teacher dumbed down an entire class to one of the students' painful problems. And I'll be honest with you, it was me at the beginning of my career, and what I learned from it that can now assist you. And somebody that I talked to just here recently that is lying to Christians when they're looking at maybe using hypnosis to break through their blocks. And instead, they're telling them that it's guided imagery or guided visualization. What does that have to do with you? Well, when things are done so you can feel just okay, that means that somebody is dumbing you down. What do I mean by that? Think about a meal that you've had recently. Maybe went out to a restaurant and someone asked you how it was and you said, "Oh, it was just okay." Well, it didn't meet your expectations. It didn't lift you up to a higher level. What about that movie? What about that book? Well, it was just okay. It didn't do its job of rising or raising you up to a level where your expectations were going to be embraced. By the way, welcome to today's 5 to Thrive, 5 minutes designed to help you to reach greater heights of success with less effort. Monday through Thursday, we have our 5 to Thrive. On Fridays, I give you special offers, and then on Saturdays, a longer training. Okay. So let's go back to me 17 years ago. One of the very first classes I taught, I was teaching self-hypnosis right after becoming a certified hypnotist. And there was somebody in the class, there were like 30 people, somebody in the class that just was not getting one part of it. And so I tried and tried from all these different angles and examples, and they just didn't get it. It's before I knew that some people will do that in a group setting without even realizing they're doing it as a way to gain a level of importance. It's like, please look at me, validate me. I'm important through my painful problems. Well, I kept working with her during class time. She didn't get it. We took a break, and I was very lucky. During that break, a wise woman came up to me. She had been a teacher for 20 plus years, and she said, "Way to go on dumbing down the rest of the class." I'm like, excuse me? She said, that person that's got the problem, you can work with them privately, maybe during break, before or after class. But she said, you know what? 3/4 of the people in this room will not come back next week for the next training because you're not rising them up. You're all asking them to step down to that person's problems. And she was right. That's exactly what happened. The next week, 3/4 of the people did not come back. And that's when I learned to take my training further and understand, why would people want to be dumbed down, or excuse me, why would people create problems and it causes everybody else to be dumbed down? And that's when I became a strategic interventionist and learned that it's a way we gain importance. To say, look at me, I need to be validated. And I also learned that I will not appeal to your lowest common denominator. I will not step you down. I will expect you to step up into your expectations of what you can really accomplish. And now I know how to do that. Okay, so bear with me. Today we're going to go a little bit longer than 5 minutes. I talked to someone here recently who received advice from another instructor. Now, I'm an instructor through the National Guild of Hypnotists, but for whatever reason, this person reached out to me and said, I want this training. And I said, you know what? I'm not the best one for what you're wanting to do. This is my expertise. I think you should go to this other person. So they went to this other instructor, and then they called me back and they said, thank you so much for the referral. And it came up in the conversation that they want to be working with Christian-based churches and therapists offering hypnosis to those clients. I'm going to interject that I have trained a lot of therapists and that are Christian-based. I've worked extensively in that community. With clients, and they go, well, does hypnosis break any biblical laws? And they're telling me that they need to be educated. They have these expectations. They're asking me to raise them up to. And so I do, because when we have fear, it means that there's something we do not know. And so there's simply an education that needs to take place. And then they can make a decision. So whether I work with someone in the Christian community or I'm training a therapist. Now, this is what this student was told, that after they become certified and they work in the Christian-based community, there are some Christians that have concerns over hypnosis because they've not been properly educated. So don't use those terms. Lie to them and tell them it's guided imagery, guided visualization, something along those lines. Well, number one, Christians have a problem with lying. I mean, it's against our basic tenets, right? But beyond that, oh my gosh, you're dumbing down. You're stepping down to that person's bad beliefs. So if you're going to pervert your message to their bad belief instead of educating them so they can step up into their success, how else will you dumb down your message to their other bad beliefs because you want them to stay comfortable? You want them to be just okay. My mother-in-law called that religion of the tummy. When we sell people on being just okay because we take it down to the level that they're at currently, well, that's the level that you are stuck and struggling at, and I am not going to allow it if you are in my world. So begin to look around and ask yourself, where are you just okay? Because it's in those areas where you've accepted a dumbed down message, where you've accepted that this is the level we need to be at. And then you gain importance through painful problems. You're the one that keeps walking around going, why do I have this black cloud that follows me around in my relationships, in my finances, with my career? Well, you attract what you are, not what you want. And you are capable of so much more. So, time for you to step up. If I can assist you with that, give me a call, 1-636-699-7791, or text me. But okay is no longer allowed. It is time for you to be exceptional.